to get it. Understand? And but if we got opportunity maybe to go like France, Canada, USA, but people are gonna move. But we have to stay in the country to work. The government should invest in education and science in order to get another country we can live peacefully. This is my point of view. It's not a good thing to, especially for the poor countries to go all over the world. But if you do that, they're gonna stay without doing anything in our own country. We have to stay and try to resolve some trouble because we got some countries all over the world. At the beginning, they faced with some trouble, and now they are not good 100%, but they are better. But they have some gangster trouble resolve that problem. We can do it as well. And we got a country there, China. At the beginning, they faced with some economic problem. Now, China is maybe the greatest country in economy, but we can follow those countries in order to get another country. This is my
Mhm. Okay, good. So thank you, and thank you very much, our dear brother, Mr. Emmanuel, for sharing your point of view about that topic we are discussing. We are talking about like immigrations. I really congratulate you because you had opportunity to say things, even though that you're listening are kind of far away from us, but with Zoom and YouTube, we get opportunity to connect right here. Okay, guys. So those of you guys who just joined us right here, my name is Mr. Michael, Teacher Michael. I'm a TEFL and TESOL certified English teacher, and I'm here tonight just to help you to improve your English. And the topic is about immigration. And the question number 9 says, some people believed that should be free migration throughout the world. And about you, what do you think? So now we're gonna go with you, please, our dear brother, you, Mr. Mario. You get the microphone, open it, and try to talk, please.
I was gonna ask for some kids that meeting. So
Uh,
I don't see them here, so I was gonna ask for them, like Mr. Stefani and the other ones, because in the first meeting actually like there was like more joyful for like to answer a question, and the meeting was good. But for now we have a lot of kids that they're how I say that, um like they're shy to answer a question. So I was asking for those kids.
hmm. Great. We understand that, and we really thank you, brother, for saying something. And I think momentarily, the other folks as well, they will get opportunity to say things about the topic that we are discussing. So don't forget, guys, we are in the question number 9. If you don't really have more things to say about that question, we're gonna go to the other one, which is going to be the question number 10. So related to migration or immigration. So now let's go quick, people. We're gonna go to the other question, which is going to be the question number 10. The question number 10 says, what can immigrants do to help them fit into on your culture? Then what are some ways they can share their own culture? And how can those differences be a positive thing in our community? This is the question number 10. If you guys would love to say something, it seems like a question with 3 parts. You get opportunity to say things maybe about the 3, or you can choose 1 or 2. Please, the question number 10, you guys who are on Zoom, if you would like to say things, just raise your hand and I'm gonna give you the mic, and you guys are gonna get opportunity to say things about that topic. So you, our dear boss, brother, Mr. Lafleur, you get the microphone, please.
Okay, thanks again, Teacher Michael, for this second opportunity to say things. Yeah, the first question is, what can immigrants do to help them fit into a new culture? What are some ways they can share their own and how can those differences be a positive thing in a community? Okay, about the first question, most of the time people when they immigrate in other country, so the most important thing is the language. Okay, it's the language. It's important. Okay, when you get in a country to learn the language of the country, and then imagine me personally. I live in the Dominican Republic. So many Asian, when they come here in the Dominican Republic, they don't care about speaking Spanish. Okay, they don't care. Some of them say that, oh, I don't like Spanish. Okay, I don't like Spanish. I don't care. So, and most of them just trying to say things like how to go to grocery store, yeah, some basic things, and then they don't care, yeah, about learning the language, the Spanish. So that's a big problem. And the first thing is the language of the country, and then the second thing is the culture. Okay, when you get in a country, it's important to try to do your best as immigrants to fit into the yeah the culture. Okay, that's also help. And then what are some ways they can share they own? And then one of the way they can share their own culture is by cooking, for example, traditional food. Okay, me as Haitian, okay, if I cook corn in my house, okay, I can share it with someone because it's like it's traditional. It's not everyone know this kind of food. If I cook, for example, if you as a migrant, you cook in your house um, um, vegetables, legumes. So you can share it to a neighbor, maybe because many those countries just concentrate only in meat, something like that. They don't know this kind of things that we know, and then we can share those kind of things with others as immigrant. And then, and how can those differences be a positive things to a community? Yeah, that can really help. They can really help people see us in or have a new perspective, yeah, about us as immigrant, because nowadays people, many people have negative thoughts about immigrant. When you talk about immigrants, you see people who leave the country illegally, who leave the country just to battle someone else, and then to participate in many, yeah, in many bad things. And then it's not about that. Immigration is not only about that, it's about also good thing. So we can bring benefit to the country you live or you decide to immigrate. So that's my point of view, teacher Michael. Thanks again.
Congratulations, our dear brother, Mr. Lafleur. You did a really good job. I really appreciate it because I know that topic it's a kind of really deep, not easy to talk about, especially immigration and culture stuff. But you really did it, brother, and I really congratulate you. Mhm. Okay, so now we're gonna go with a different. I'm sorry.
Teacher Michael, don't forget. After the club,
Mhm.
I don't know. I leave your message, please.
Okay, good. I'm gonna reply you.
Okay.
I'm gonna reply you. Okay, good. So thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we're gonna go with a different brother. It's going to be you, Mr. Ta. It's even though I know it's morning for you, but you get the microphone. Say something about you, not for me, but for the people who are watching and listening as well. And after that, try to share your points, please, brother. You get the mic.
Okay. Hello, good morning for those whom they are in the morning time, and good evening for those they are in the evening time. I am Taha and I'm listening from Uganda. So it's my pleasure to be with you tonight or in this morning. The topic is that what can immigrant do to help their fit in a new culture? So from the first or from my point of view, I can start by the adaptation. When adaptation, it is the most important thing in every community that you found yourself. Wherever you go, try to be able, or a person supposed to be able to adapt with the situation. Secondly, we can start with the something called resilient, and resilient even makes a person to stable, to be able to stay stable with the with the community where he found himself. Third, I could thirdly, well, well knowledge, which means that to get education about the language, to study the language where the people use it, and the common language, which is what, which is required in the community there where he found himself. So those three things will help a person to stay and to be, to find himself in that new culture. The second question is that what reason, what are the some ways they can share their own? So the things that they can be able to share their own, for example, food, they can try to cook their food and share with the community or with the society they have joined it. The food and the way they used to wear the clothes, even that reflects the things that they can share, the new culture. And the third point, they can even try to share their stories. By stories can help the people to be familiar and to stay together. While sharing their stories, people would know more about each other and their integration should be stay stronger with the new culture. The third question is that, and how can those difference be positive then in the community? So those things which I mentioned, they can be positive in a community because it helps to make uh, a strong nation with unity, uniting them and how they can integrate in different and having different type of languages, stories, their ideas, those they come with it, and that sensibility, an inventor helps the people and the community to help. For example, those stories, through those stories and those cultural things that they have shared, they can be able like to explain and to solve some problem, if it's found it. Okay, if it's found it any problem by sharing their stories, those stuff, they might find some tricks helps those problems. I think I cover all the question and I will stop to give the mic for another person. Thank you.
Yeah, good. So thank you a million. Thank you, my dear brother, Sita, from a different part of the world. Especially, I know it's morning for you, as I mentioned. But I know with English, English really pushes you to understand to be there at that time. I really appreciate it. I really congratulate you for sharing your point of view about the topic. Okay, so and about you, the other guys, what's your opinion and what do you have to say about that question? If you would love to say things, as I said, especially those of you guys who are here on Zoom, raise your hand, try to say something. And those of you guys who are on YouTube as well, you can share your thoughts, you can share your opinions in our comments. And if you would love to join us while here to say things, you can click on the link that you have also just to join us while here. Okay, guys, so don't forget we are here talking about immigrations and we are not expat in this area, but we are here, we get opportunity to say things about that beautiful topic. It's something that you guys, you can really love. And if you really love it, as I said, just uh-huh. Raise your hand and I'm gonna give you the mic. You're gonna say things about the topic. Okay, so now let's go, please. We're gonna keep on. It's going to be the question 11. It's a kind of similar to the question number 10, but different at the same time as well. So that question says, what qualities do you think immigrants need to succeed? And how do you think immigration will change in the next 10 years? Do you guys want to say something about that one as well? So if yes, with your hand, and I am going to give you the mic. And you, my people, you will get opportunity to say things about the question 11. If you want to say something, if you want to say something, please raise your hand, and I'm going to give you the mic. What qualities do you think immigrants need to succeed? This is the first part. And the second part of the question, so how do you think immigration will change in the next 10 years? What do you guys think? And what do you have to say? Okay, iPhone, maybe it's no, not Mario, Mr. Mario. Let me see. No, it's not you. Maybe Miss Rebecca. You get the microphone, that person, Mr. iPhone. Just open the mic, say your name, something about you, and share your thoughts, please.
Hello,
Hello, Miss Rebecca. Well, what's
this is
up?
Miss Rebecca, not Mr. iPhone.
Uh-huh. Yes, because I
Um,
saw iPhone. That's the reason I said iPhone. But anyway,
yeah,
we're so happy to have you today. How are you doing?
I'm really tired because I'm at work.
Oh, I'm sorry. We can
Yeah,
understand that.
yeah, that's why I didn't change my name because I was just connected, but just dizzy. So now I just take 1 minute to say something. Um,
Interesting.
yeah, according to my understanding and my experience, I think as an immigrant, you should have discipline if you want to be succeed. Self-confidence. So you should have self-confidence and discipline is the most important thing if you want to do something. Because when you immigrate in a new country, you 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 do everything by yourself. If you are someone like put something you do after you I forgot the word when you have to do something and you put it to do it after. So you're gonna you're not gonna be succeed. So
Mm.
you should have control your what you want to do. As the weed eat that frog,
That's
um,
good.
this book said you should have eat the biggest frog first after do the rest. So you should try to motivate yourself, even though you are only to do that. So you should do that because n- person gonna do that for you. And the
Mhm.
second part of the question says, how do you think immigration will change in the next 10 years? According to me, I don't think so because things get worse. So as the Bible said, we live in the last day. So I don't think so. This is
Mhm.
my opinion. And thank you, Teacher Mike, to give me the mic. Thank you.
Great, thank you as well, and congratulations, our beautiful one, Miss Becky. Even though that you're at work, but you did your best to say something. Thank you and congratulations, beautiful one. Great. So now we are trying like to keep moving, guys. If you want to say things as well, I encourage you to raise your hand, and I'm gonna give you the microphone to say things about that question. You, the other folks, what do you have to say? What's your opinion about that question that we are discussing about like immigration? So that question says, what qualities do you think immigrants need to succeed? And the other part of the question, so how do you think immigration will change in the next 10 years? Do you guys want to say something about that? Because, after 11, it's going to be 12, but 12 maybe will be a kind of like more difficult, I can say. But the question at number 11, it's the easiest one. If you guys want to say something, I encourage you to raise your hand and I'm going to give you the mic. And you're going to get opportunity to say things before we go. Okay, okay, good. So now we're gonna keep on, my people. We're gonna keep on, as I said, we're gonna keep on with the other question. But before we keep on, we can take a little break just for a while, and later on we're gonna keep on with the other question number 12. Okay, guys, so thank you, and thank you very much, all of you guys, for joining us while here. Don't forget that we're live on Zoom and YouTube at the same time, talking about immigration. So we are not expert in this area, but the purpose is to practice English. We are talking about that topic, and the question number 11 says, what qualities do you think immigration need to succeed in a new country? And the other part of the question says, how do you think immigration will change in the next 10 years? You, Mr. Ta, our dear brother, you get the microphone. Open it and try to say things, please.
Okay, thank you again for the second chance. Okay, what qualities do you think that immigration needed to succeed? So the quality that I could estimate that, for example, the resilience and the adaptation, as I mentioned, to adapt the situation and to stay resilient, that are the good qualities that helps a person to integrate with the new community and in the new country that he found himself. Those are the most important, because when you adapt the situation, and when a person adapts the situation and he perseveres to stay resilient and to learn the language, and he gained the language, for him it is easy, his life, and the life would become easy for him. How The second point is that how do you think that immigrant will change in the next 10 years? As well as it is good for him that he stays resilient and he adapted the situation, he can be able to do difference in his life. and to overcome many obstacles. He can be able to change his life, as well as the previous immigrants have immigrated in other countries, and they have invented many things. For example, as we have got the great examples for those great people, such as the physician, the German physician Albert Einstein, and he was stayed. He was from Yemen and he immigrated to United States, and he continued working for his research and he succeeded. So the same thing, it is not, I think, it is not difficult, but it depends on how you continue going through those obstacles, and you can a person can do it not less than 10 years, not I can say, before he finishes his 10 years. That's the point, I think. That's all.
Great. Great. Thank you, our dear brother. What do you think? And we really congratulate you, even though you're kind of far away, as I said, but with your English and comment as well, we are near. Thank you. Okay, so what about you, the other folks? What do you have to say about that question? As I told you, this question it's a kind of easier. If you don't really have same thing to say, maybe it will be impossible. But the last one is beautiful as well. But you guys, don't forget, we are here talking about immigration, and the topic is a kind of really deep, and the purpose is to practice English. So that's why I think if you really want to say things, you guys who are on Zoom, you can raise your hand. I'm gonna give you the mic, and the other people who are on YouTube, you can share your thoughts in the comment as well. Mr. Emmanuel, now you get the microphone. Just open it, my dear brother. Say things, please, before we finish. Mr. Emmanuel, okay.
So you might, Joe.
Yes, we hear you. You can talk now.
Thank you so much. And like you said, we are not an expert in the area, and I'm not an immigrant, but I'm gonna try to say something because I got many friends. They are immigrants, but I can say something about the beautiful topic. And as an immigrant, it's really important to get some good qualities. Like the first one I want to talk about is self-discipline. Because we all living in a country, it's not your own country. It's required to get discipline in order to get success if you want to get success. Because I guess some people in Mahalia, we were living in USA, but they back in Haiti without anything. Understand? Sometimes they can, if they can eat some food, even their family can give them the food. But the USA is not all a country they give money, but if you work to get money, but you're gonna get money. Because I got some friends of mine, they get enough, but if they back Canadian now, they can get enough to survive. The reason they work hard, they know how to deal with their income, and they don't waste their money. But as Haitian, sometimes in our culture, we want to do what we call show off. But we have to buy expensive car, we have to buy expensive house, not necessarily as an immigrant. We go to a country, it's not your own country, and someday if you back in your country, you should get enough to survive. Not necessarily to be a millionaire or multi-millionaire, but you can get enough if you know how to deal with your money. The first quality, I think it's really important to get self-discipline. The other one, I think it's really important as well to be patient, because when you are living in a country, you have to learn the culture, you have to learn the language. Maybe you have to go to school, but you have to be patient in order to to succeed. But if you're not patient, but you will not go to school because you're gonna work for low income. But if you go to school, you can get maybe at the beginning that can be harsh for you. But if you go to school, you use patient, but you can get enough to survive. And about the second part of the question, how do you think immigration question? And the next thing is, well, I don't get an opinion about it, but I think that can be a good or bad. But you know, the way the world move, but we can't prevent those things, especially for some president. For example, if we compare two presidents in the same country like Mr. Biden and Trump, they are a huge difference. You can't prevent. Maybe the next president of the United States is gonna be uh, do something for immigrants, but they can do the same like Mr. Trump. We don't really know. Maybe that can better for immigrants, but that can be worse as well. This is my point of view.
Congratulations, dear brother. I really appreciate and I really congratulate you because I know sometimes you have connection problem, but the desire is inside you. We really appreciate that. Thank you. And about you, please, our dear brother, Mr. Davidson, you get the microphone. Say something about that question because after we're gonna go to the last one, which is going to be 12, please. Okay, Mr. Davidson,
Oh,
we don't
okay. Thank you. Thank you,
L-
Teacher Michael, for the mic. Yes, and then I mentioned other folks. To succeed in life, it's not only immigration. When someone immigrates somewhere, so the key of success is, as mentioned, those folks is discipline. Okay, the key, and then when you have discipline, so it's depend also in how you understand things, how your mind is. So many people, for example, after spend, for example, 10 years in a country, they don't realize anything. Okay, they don't make any progress, and then another one just arrive after 1 year, less than 1 year, and then he achieves things that those people who have around 10 years didn't realize. It's not about just the time. It's not about that. It's about the motivation. It's about the mindset, how you try to adapt. So when you um, go somewhere as immigrant, it's important to try to adapt with the culture. It's important to adapt with the languages to try to understand the field. When you understand the field, it's more or it's easier to succeed. Okay, it's easier to make progress when you understand better the field. So, how do you think immigration will change in the next 10 years? So, how about changes? So, I don't have in a positive I positive think about it. So because I mentioned one of the women, she said the thing gets worse every single day, and then I don't think the thing will change. So I don't think the thing will change. It's that can change. The world can change. It's not about immigration because Nowadays people having a very negative thought, or they see immigration like yeah, so that's a bad thing, and then I don't think that will improve in the next 10 years. So that's my point of view, teacher Michael.
Mm-hmm. I really think, and I really appreciate as well our dear brother, Mr. Davidson, for sharing your thoughts about that question. Okay, so now we're gonna go with your young lady, Miss Jane. It's been ages where I haven't really got you out here. We're so happy to have you today, Miss Jane. You get the microphone. Say something about you, and after that, get the mic. Share your thoughts, please.
Hi, Teacher Michael. Hi, everyone in this class. I'm Jaylee Celestine. I'm Haitian, but I grew up in Dominican Republic and I'm 17 years old. So, my opinion for the question is actually, I think immigrants need a lot of strength to succeed because here in the Dominican Republic, it's so hard for us Haitians living in the Dominican Republic. It's so hard to to have papers. And from my own experience, life here can be very hard. Sometimes people just judge you just because you're Haitian, or they think you don't deserve the same opportunities. You have to be brave every single day, because here there are a lot of racist people. They will call you, sorry for the bad word, maldita Haitiana, just because you are Haitian or just because you are black. So every simple things like going to school or doing paperwork can become a big challenge. And for me, thanks God, I grew up in the Dominican Republic, so learning Spanish and adapting to the culture, it was easy for me. But I know that for many Haitians living there and for my grandparents, it was so hard for them to adapt to the new culture. And Haitians, they really need to be strong, and they need to learn how to survive, how to work hard, and to support each other because it's so hard for them here. And
Mhm.
for the next 10 years, I think immigration will continue to change. Many Haitians will still move to the Dominican Republic because they want a better job, better education, or just a safer life because it's even harder in Haiti. But I also think the rule might get stricter and the process might become harder. So we need to keep trying, keep doing, and never give up. That's my opinion for the question.
Mhm. That's amazing. That's amazing. I really love and I really appreciate your comment, Miss Lees, because you talk with your hearts, not only with your mouth. Because while you're talking, I was like paying attention, listening to you, and just imagine the way that you young people in the are you are facing up the reality every day. Do you understand? People are calling you names, especially black, and they don't really say black. There is a way they used to say it. I understand the situation. The purpose is not to talk about like USA, Dominican Republic. It's like in general, it's tough. It's a kind of tough that situation. And as Miss Liz mentioned, you guys, you need courage, and I'll say you should be brave as well. You need a lot of strength. Thank you, our dear lady. You did a really good job. I really appreciate it. Okay, guys. So everywhere in the world, people are trying to flee for many reasons, as we saw that in the first questions. Like there are many reasons people are trying like to move to other countries, many reasons, and sometimes you just flee to protect yourself, not necessarily for better life, but just to protect yourself, especially for natural disaster, especially climate change and war, violence. You just go, guys, not because you want to. You just go just to see if you can survive. So, but other people, there are some people they hate immigrants. Some of them they call immigrants like illegal. When you see the words illegal, you see bad things, especially criminal. And also they call them illegal alien. Do you understand? And today we have social media. We have social media. So how can social media be used to promote a positive stories about immigration or immigrants? So this is the last question, people. This is the last one. If you want to say something, this is the last opportunity that you have. Just raise your hand and I'm gonna give you the mic to say things about it because this is the last one. Mr. Emmanuel, you get the microphone, my dear brother. And you, the other folks, you get opportunity to say things as well. Just raise your hand.
And thank you, Teacher Michael. And it's a great one because in our days we are talking about social media a lot, and unfortunately, and we use it badly. But I think we can use social media in order to promote our stories about immigration all over the world, especially uh, unfortunately when they are talking about Asian, they see only bad thing. And we get good thing in Haiti. We got good people. We got good environment. We got a lot of good things, but unfortunately, the authority we should do things for Asian, they don't do that. And sometimes in social media, they show the bad parts. They show gangsters. They show messy, but they don't promote our good quality like our waivers, our sea, our uh, place that we have in Haiti, unfortunately. But I think the new generation should do things differently. They have to promote another thing, not only bad thing. We got gangster kill people in Haiti, but we should promote a good thing in order people all over the world can get a different point of view about Asia. This is my point of view, teacher.
Congratulations and thank you. Thank you, Amelia, our dear brother, Mr. Emmanuel. And about you, the other guys, so what's your opinion about that question? Mr. Tara, you get the mic. Open it. Let's go with you.
Yes, thank you for our last question we say about how can the social media be used to promote positive stories about the immigrants. So we can use the personal stories to record them, make them videos or that, and organize them, but not to go and to show, to reflect such a kind of the people, the smugglers and those stuff. They did bad things and we come and promote them in social media. And then the people will start thinking that all the immigrants there do bad things. So instead of that, we better to have individual or personal stories, asking them questions while he is answering the question, organizing in a very organized way. Okay, that help us like to promote them and their achievements and the things that they have and their contribution in the countries that they have joined and the things that they have faced, not only but also the things that they contribute and share their cultures as their cultural views together. And that's the good things. We can promote them and reflect, and that contribution can be able to reflect for us in social media how and why immigration it is important and how immigration help the people to be able to to be able to have opportunities in this life, in the place where you have not been able to progress or to elaborate the things that you have it, and you change the place, that that migration helps the people to have good things. And while promoting those good stories, that helps the people to change the place in the future and having good opportunities in this life. Thank you so much, especially Teacher Michael on your channel. And
Great.
thank you so much.
Congratulations, dear brother. I know you're kind of fruitful. You understand English learner and lovers as well, because it's morning for you in your country, but you're up. Do you understand? Like to connect from different continent far away, but you really love English. I really appreciate that. And don't forget, we are trying like to get a special December. We're gonna get clear almost every weekend. But get in touch because I will let you know, especially next Sunday. We plan to get it on YouTube, but I think it's going to be 100% only on TikTok. And we're gonna get an amazing subject. We're gonna talk about motivation. It's gonna be really deep, really sweet as well. So now, thank you, Boade. So now let's go please with Mr. Lafleur, Mr. Davidson Boade. You get the microphone. Let's go with you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Michael. So, as I mentioned earlier, many people nowadays have a bad perception about immigration. So, because when they talk about immigration, they see people who leave the country just for poverty, yeah, stuff like that. So it's not about that. So many people leave the country not because of economic problem, as you also mentioned, Mr. Michael. It's not about economic problems. It's not about money. It's just for another reason. Okay, it's just for another reason. And now, where I live here in the Dominican Republic, there is so many Asian who left Haiti to come here. It's not because they didn't have any money to survive in Haiti, it's just because for the insecurity stuff. And then when they come here, and then they don't even care about work because they have they have how to survive, and they have so many ways to to get money, has in Haiti. Yeah, they have house in Haiti, or they have people aboard, yeah, to take care of them, and then they don't care about work here. It's not about. And then those the native, for example, the Dominican doesn't care. They think everyone are the same. And then it's not about that. And then when we talk about immigration, we don't see us as a poor country. Imagine when many American or many people, for example, many of them, most of the time, leave the country because many of them, most of the time, can't even pay their bills. They can't even afford a house, a car, and then with the money they have, what they do, they just go somewhere else in a little country just to invest that money. That's a kind of immigration. So they immigrate for some reason, and then when they arrive in this country, they may has businesses, something like that, and then they also help people to get opportunity, to get better job, yeah, to have they donate they do so many things to help people. And then don't forget, nowadays social media in this century is one of the powerful tools. Imagine tonight how we connect with through social media. That's help us to communicate. I didn't know Teacher Michael, and yeah, maybe we didn't know each other, but by social media we connect, and then by the same tool we can, yeah, immigrant can change the world perspective. Okay, they can use, because if you don't write your history, if you let someone else write it down for you, and then it will write down the way you want, yeah, you want, and then when you personally you write your history, yeah, you will say exactly what the thing is. So it's about that, and then immigrant, the immigrant help because they pay taxes. Yeah, they help. And then influencers, yeah, people, yeah, who have the opportunity to share their thought about immigration, they have to do it. Don't let those kind of racist people, yeah, and then talk about immigration in their own way. So it's important for them to promote themselves, not let someone else promote the negative thing about them. So that's my point of view, Teacher Michael. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, our dear brother, Mr. Davidson. Even though you're in the art, but I really appreciate the way that you explain things, because most of you, you're over there not because you didn't have opportunity to survive in your own country. It's like for security, for violence stuff. Thank you, and congratulations. Okay, so and about you, the other folks, do you want to say something? If yes, raise your hand really quick, because otherwise we're gonna try to wrap things up and try to finish for today. Uh-huh. And because we had a really good weekend, the weekend was really deep. We had a wonderful topic where we've been talking about immigrations, and we had like 12 questions. We covered all of them. Do you understand? I really appreciate and I really thank all of you guys for being here with us, not only tonight, but Friday, yesterday, Saturday, and today as well. I really congratulate you. We are looking forward to seeing you in our next clubs that we're gonna have, because after today we're gonna have 8 other clubs for the rest of this year, which is going to be December and at the beginning of 2020 6. So it was a really nice pleasure to get all of you. I really think and I really congratulate you, especially you, my dear brother, Mr. Taha from the African continent. I know it's a kind of really far, but you know, we are friends, we are brothers. With English, we're kind of connecting together, and also with YouTube and Zoom, we can do it, and also TikTok as well. And I really thank all of you, the other folks, especially Mr. Emmanuel, Mr. Davidson, and all of you, the other guys, we had opportunity to connect with us tonight. I really congratulate you, and I will thank you as well. Those of you who were on Zoom and YouTube, I will thank you. Okay, guys, we have to go. We have to go. So that's all for today. That's all for tonight. So have a good day. Have a good night, all of you, my beautiful people. Get in touch and see you next time in our next free English conversation club that we're gonna have. So have a good night and see you, my dear people.